With our sport horses now, we've learned also that we should also use thermal effect for before competitions to help to warm the areas of stiffness. Horses with arthritis, horses that have stiff backs, we'd like to warm them. It helps the blood go in the area, the horse warms up easier, it comes on the bit easier, and these are techniques that we can use for the thermal therapy techniques. And along with the cold therapy techniques we use after competition to reduce any type of micro damage to the horse. Now what I'm going to introduce you is the first piece of the puzzle, which is the most important part of the horse, is the tendons, because the tendons have the most abuse. It's easiest to destroy a horse because of the tendon damage, so we should really keep care of the first developed part that we made was basically a tendon boot, which, as you see on the picture, is a very strong boot with very strong Velcro fasteners with a pump system. And behind that boot is a removable gel pack. As you see, the gel pack that fits very strong, durable, Velcro to fasten inside the boot that goes around the whole complete tendon from the fetlock up to below the carpal. It has a patent registration because it's the first time for human sports it was patented, because the compression factor of these boots gives you a better, deeper, colder penetration and also reduce the swellings. Okay? The Equomed-Lumark is the label for these boots. The dual-purpose tendon boot with a strong gel pack that can be used for warm therapy and cold therapy for the front legs and the hind leg tendon area from the tendon to the fetlock down. So as it fits in the boot, you can see it fits in, actually it's a contour like a horse's leg. And the Velcro is a super strong Velcro. As you see, it fastens with strong adhesive and holds on very good. And then there's a mechanism that we can attach a pump here. And this gives the boot that compression factor. So we use about 6 to 8 pumps, which is the right level. And you can see you can just pump it up. This takes the gel into close contact to the horse's leg. And that gets the deeper cold penetration. Then you can shut off the valve. You move a pump. And then it's sealed. And this, basically what we recommend on this type of cold therapy is at least a 20 minutes application. Not too much longer, because if you have any inflammation in the leg, what you will do, the leg will start warming up the gel. But a good 20 minutes cold, done. And if you have inflammation, you try to do 2 or 3 times during the day to reduce that swelling effect of the inflammation. In the last 6 months, because this boot is a versatile type boot, and many requests from leading veterinarians, on some cases they prefer circulating ice water because it's not as cold as the gel packs, but it can stay cold in a longer time, and the horse can have 45 minutes to an hour and a half. And in some cases with laminitis now, with the hoof circulation wrap, we can do up to 36 hours cooling to prevent or reduce the secondary damage from the laminitis. So the circulating wrap can be used as the same as a gel pack. You have a pump that circulates cold water through it. It's the same effect. You can close it on the horse. You attach it to the pump, and then basically it can go on for quite a few hours of cold circulating water. And the circulating water, the main thing, it takes the inflammation out, the heat, but it brings back the cold water in, so it takes the heat out if you have more inflammation. So that's recommended for more injuries, the circulation system. You still have the pump effect, which you can also put the compression factor in. And the other bonus of the combo boot, as I call it today, is you can also do a dual function of the ice water with gel pack. And the gel pack basically fits behind the gel pack, the circulating boot. It fits in the same deal, so that means you can have a more snugger fit, compression, and basically you have a better system longer for the cold. Gel pack, circulation, and compression. 3 factors. Also, the outer layer of the tendon boot can be used as a fast way of bandaging your horses for overnight bandages. So basically, you can have an overnight bandage in, it comes in, you can wrap the horses fairly fast, and basically you have a nice snug fit for the bandages for the horses too. What we use a good freezer, To recharge the packs, the first time you need at least 12 hours in the freezer. That most freezers are minus 15 Celsius, and that will give the cool pack a good recharge to be cold for a long time. If you, after use, you have to get them back in the freezer as soon as possible, otherwise you still have to recharge them 12 hours. If not, you can recharge them for 2 or 3 hours and put them back on another horse if they go directly back into the freezer. So we have an insulated pack, we put them in. It's thermal regulated, so it keeps the packs longer cold when you go to your horse from the freezer. Tendon, what we want to do is the same thing. Make sure it's dry and wiped off. You massage the gel so it's evenly in the pack. You got to make sure that all the air is out of the pack, so it's a nice snug fit before you put the air in. And then what you do is basically start the midline, go down, and then you come up to the top with the straps. Get an even pattern. Once you have that snug, and I usually just press it a little bit. Then I put the pump. Again, you go that. I usually recommend 6 to 8 for the first few times. Then you go from 8 to 10 after the horse gets used to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Close the valve. Remove the pump. As you see, we have a big wrap for the back to hold the hose. We have 2 small ones for the hoses on each leg. We have this big long system that will go over the horse. As you see, it connects to both wraps. So now what we're going to show you that we put the boot on first, and second we put the hose connection to the machine. As you see, the hose is longer, so it can go to the hoof boot. At the same time, what I try to do is adjust it with a band that stays snug. And then, because it's a tendon, I bring the wrap under the big band to shorten the hose. So you can use it for the tendons, and you have it for the right place. As you see on the right leg, it's secure. You have the pump that's a distance away, or else the pump can come up to a place that come from the top. So it's not a problem. For horses standing a long time, you need to have the pump and the hoses all in a good position so the horse doesn't get tangled up. That's safety and correct. Again, you attach with a snap, a click, and a click. The bandage is there, and it's nice and secure. The other benefit of this system, you can take a freezer pack, add it behind the circulation wrap, and you can have a longer type cold, plus the compression factor. Again, you have an absolute better healing, really good for horses on rehab, tendon injuries, strain, check litter mix. And then you have a perfect, with the circulation with the gel pack. This Equomed-Lumark boot can be designed for applications for gel pack application, circulating application, gel pack and circulating application, and evening thermal wrap for protection of the horses or keeping the horses warm in the evening.